forward, but Neto just leans in to the Nigeria captain, Wilfred Ndidi. Referee gives a free kick. And Neto there, you could argue, it's a very similar challenge to the one Bruno Onyemaechi has just made and has been shown a yellow card for, the Nigeria defender. But Neto hasn't gone into the referee's book there. Could argue he's a little bit of a lucky boy that he's not been given a booking there. As Nigeria play the free kick quickly, but they've given away possession. Portugal now have it inside their own penalty area. It's by the right corner of their box as Diaz plays it out to Semedo. Back it goes to Diaz. Now with João Neves in midfield. Played it forward to Ronaldo on the halfway line, who's dropped a little bit deeper from his centre forward position just to try and help out his teammates, just carve out that opening. As Portugal looking to try and get forward with Dalot, but he's had to play it back to João Neves. It's deep inside the Portugal half with Ruben Diaz. He goes long. Pass ends up being intercepted. Portugal have a throw-in right in front of their manager, Roberto Martinez. So 20 minutes gone now. It's still 0-0 between Portugal and Nigeria. But best chance of the game coming for Cristiano Ronaldo off a quick Portuguese counter-attack. Nelson Semedo, who's looked a real live wire tonight, inch perfect through ball to him, but Ronaldo one-on-one with the goalkeeper, put it wide as Ronaldo's just found Semedo on the right-hand side. He's up by the edge of the penalty area, the Portugal right back. Cuts inside, back to Ronaldo, who's scuffed his attempted cross just high up in the air. He's got a smile on his face, Ronaldo, because again he knows for a man of his standards and how high he holds himself to being such a talented player and one of the best of all time in football. Just he knows he should be doing a bit better there, but it was well claimed by the Nigerian goalkeeper Maduka Okoye. Nigeria are happy to keep the ball in their own defensive third as Bassi tries a long through ball. He couldn't reach Adams, who had Gonçalo Inacio right in front of him. Inacio just bought the free kick really well there, just waited for the contact, waited to be pushed over. As soon as it came, went down. Referee Mateo Busquets was quick to give that free kick. And it is now with Portugal's goalkeeper Diogo Costa in that bright neon yellow goalkeeper kit. Happy to play it out to the right hand side. Now with Semedo by the right hand byline. His pass infield intercepted, but he has won it back, and now he's opted to get the ball out to the left hand side. It's with Vitinha for Portugal. Now with Neto on the halfway line. Bruno Fernandes coming to the left hand side from the centre of midfield. But again, Portugal are forced backwards and just can't seem to break through the Nigerian midfield and defensive line at the moment. As their goalkeeper Costa gets the ball out to the right hand side for Trincao, who's ventured himself infield. He's now in the halfway line, Trincao. He's found Ronaldo. Back it goes to Trincao. Tries a lovely lofted over the top ball. It has found Dalot, left hand side in the box. Can he find a pass? He can. It's gone back to Bruno Fernandes. Oh, and it's in the bottom right corner. It was Pedro Neto, rather, who he found with the cutback. And the Chelsea winger drills it low into the bottom right hand corner. Portugal do have the lead a little over the halfway mark in the first half, and Pedro Neto just drills it low into the back of Maduka Okoye's net. Portugal finally making a counter-attack count. They're finally able to break through that deep defensive back line of Nigeria. Lovely over-the-top ball from Trincao to find Diogo Dalot. Just cut it back to Neto, who level with the left corner of the penalty area. Just hit the shot low and hard on his left foot into the bottom right corner. The goalkeeper stood no chance. Perfect placement from Pedro Neto, and Portugal in their final friendly before the World Cup lead Nigeria by 1-0. A lovely low finish from the Chelsea winger, who has just scored for Portugal, and that now makes it his third goal for his country in his 25th appearance. And we aren't going to have kickoff straight from that goal. We're actually going to have a hydration break just before we get back underway and Nigeria take kick-off. Portugal leading by a goal to nil. Pedro Neto with the goal, and just about 90 seconds ago has given the Selecao the lead, but they should have had it a lot earlier. Cristiano Ronaldo, within the first 10 minutes, had a glorious chance after a quick counter-attack. Nelson Semedo just with a brilliant burst of pace down the right-hand side, just drilled it low into Ronaldo, who was one-on-one inside the penalty area. You just waited for the back of the net to bulge, but he ended up putting it wide of the post. And only a minute after that, Nigeria came close through their striker, Akor Adams, as he got on the end of a long ball, got himself into the penalty area, just tried to hit a shot low and hard on his left foot. He was able to get the shot away, but just went wide of the left-hand post. Since then, chances have really come at a bit of a premium here in Lleida tonight, but Portugal have taken their chance through Pedro Neto. As we're still in this hydration break, all the Portuguese players just having a word with the manager, Roberto Martinez, to see what he feels maybe has gone well and what has gone maybe not so well for his side in these opening 25 minutes or so. But he would have been a very happy man to see his side take the lead through Pedro Neto. It was a really good finish from the Chelsea winger. Just got up level to the left corner of the penalty area and just saw the bit of space in the bottom right hand corner of Maduka Okoye's goal, just hit it low and hard on his left foot, and it was perfect placement right into the side netting to put Portugal ahead. As the Nigerian players are also just gathered all around their manager Eric Shell to see what maybe he feels that they could be doing better in this game, and maybe what they have done well so far, but perhaps just needs a little bit of work. As the officials are back in their positions, they're just calling over all of the players to get back into position so we can restart this international friendly. Pedro Neto's goal right before that hydration break, which looks like it has now ended, has put Portugal a goal to the good against Nigeria in their final warm-up game before the World Cup. They begin their campaign in Group K when they play the DR Congo in a week's time. They'll also be playing against Uzbekistan and Colombia, looking to maybe try and give Cristiano Ronaldo that one last try at winning the World Cup trophy. As the referee Mateo Busquets has seen that everyone's back in position, Nigeria get us back underway with 27 minutes on the clock, as Pedro Neto's goal just before that drinks break has the Selecao leading by a goal to nil. As Nigeria, from their own kickoff, just being penned in a bit here, but they've ended up getting the ball away from danger. It goes back to Akpad, who's cleared it long over the halfway line. It's really well kept by Adams, and the through ball attempted by Deli Bashiru just couldn't reach Moses Simon. Portugal now have it back with their left back Diogo Dalot, who's got Vitinha ahead of him, who just has to turn and face his own goal before playing it all the way back to the edge of his own penalty area for Inacio. Now with Diaz, who's got Semedo available on the right hand side. Semedo has been at the forefront of a lot of the Portuguese attacks so far. They're always looking for him on that right hand side, just waiting for him to put in that burst of pace and to try and get them forward. But Portugal happy to just play the ball centrally at the moment. Bruno Fernandes has dropped deep from attacking midfield. He has to turn and face his own goal to play the pass to Vitinha, who's got his head up. He's looking for a pass, but now he's just trying to take the ball forward a couple of yards. He's up to the halfway line, plays a reverse pass through, and it's found Dalot, left-hand side of the box, looks to cut it across. It's not fully cleared by Bassi. Fernandes tries to lay it off to a man in a red shirt. He's gone down, but after the Nigerian defence clear it away, the linesman's flag over on the far side has gone up because Diogo Dalot was actually in an offside position to begin with after Vitinha's reverse through pass found him. But still, even if he was onside, wasn't the best of cutbacks there from the Manchester United fullback. Just trying to find a teammate, but it was cut out. That's lovely footwork from João Neves, just to the right of the halfway line, was twisting and turning away from Alex Iwobi, who ended up, all he could do was just grab the back of his shirt and bring him down into the turf. Referee straight away gives a free kick, but João Neves there showcasing his brilliant qualities as a central midfielder. Just got the ball at his feet, plenty of step overs and twists and turns, causing a fair bit of issues there for Alex Iwobi, who simply there just had enough and just wanted to bring him down and stop him from making all too much of a bit of a fool there. Alex Iwobi trying to get the ball off him. Here is Diogo Dalot on the left-hand side. He's by the halfway line. He's played it back to Gonçalo Inácio. Plays a pass to his centre-half partner, Ruben Diaz, trying to get forward up to the halfway line. Plays it through for Nelson Semedo. To go back for Inácio. Here is the Portuguese goal scorer, Pedro Neto. Plays it centrally for Bruno Fernandes. Back out to the left-hand side with Dalot. Tries the first-time pass over the top to try and set away Neto, but he's put way too much in it there. Dalot just looks up to the skies in frustration before looking over at Neto, just stretches his arm out just to say, I apologise, I know I should have done better there. And Neto just returns the favour, just gives him the thumbs up. But even though he set up the goal for Pedro Neto, did Diogo Dalot, but the last few passes of his, just in that final attacking third, have been a little bit lacklustre as Nigeria go long from the goal kick, but Bruno Fernandes actually ended up heading that one back into his own penalty area, and it put his teammate and central defender Gonçalo Inácio under a fair bit of pressure as Akor Adams was just chasing him down up into the penalty area, and Inácio, he bought that one a fair bit, I think. The referee's given a free kick as Inácio just flung himself into the turf. As Adams, he was clearly having his shirt pulled first there, the Nigeria striker, but the referee gave Inácio the benefit of the doubt and awards the free kick to Portugal, and forward they come. They've got it with Semedo on the right-hand side, and he's got beyond his defender. He's been brought down, and Bruno Onyemaechi is pleading his innocence here. He doesn't feel as if that should be a free kick. He's got to be careful, though, Onyemaechi, because he's already on a yellow card. The last thing you need, especially in an international friendly, is a red card. But you can maybe see why the referee has given the free kick there, because Onyemaechi has very much just lent in to Dalot as he was trying to make the run forward, and just got straight over to him and just barged into him. It's no surprise that the free kick was given, and the Portuguese goal scorer Pedro Neto is going to take it, as plenty of the red and green shirts have made their way up into the penalty area. Pedro Neto just scanning the penalty area, looking for where he's going to put his cross. He's put it near post. It's been headed away by a defender. Drops to Fernandes. Good effort on the volley on his left foot, and an equally as good save from Okoye to tip it over the crossbar with both palms. Fernandes there just sat up for him so nicely to hit on the volley to the left of goal, almost in the exact position where Pedro Neto scored the opener from about 10 minutes ago. But Okoye, really good save there to tip it over the crossbar. Portugal with their first corner of the game. Bruno Fernandes will take it. He floats it into the 6-yard box. Oh, and the header is just over the crossbar. It was Ronaldo who got there with his gigantic leap, and again, he just looks up to the skies with his arms out. Again, he feels, Ronaldo, that he should have scored there. It was a really good header from him, just skimming the top of the crossbar. Had a completely free run in there to jump up high, and just didn't drop underneath the crossbar in time to really trouble the goalkeeper Okoye. Portugal unable to win the ball back on the halfway line, trying to take it off Bassi. Nigeria can look to break forward over the halfway line. They've clipped it over the top. Adams could be in here, but he's just forced a little bit too far wide out to the right-hand side. He's played it back to Deli Bashiru, level with the right corner of the penalty area. Back it goes, cross into the boxes, headed away by the Portuguese defender, Gonçalo Inácio. And Portugal win a free kick about 25 yards from their own goal, as Vitinha is brought down under a little bit of pressure, and he just plays the free kick quickly with a curved pass out to the right hand side, and it's now with Trincao. Portugal happy to keep it again in their defensive third, just look for that little bit of space or an opening where a Nigeria player just comes out of position, as Semedo tries to take it off Ndidi. He got the ball there, I thought, but Ndidi went down straight away. The referee, Mateo Busquets, giving the free kick. Nigeria have taken it, and much like Portugal throughout the majority of this first half, they've just played the ball back into their own penalty area. Bassi and Okoye exchange passes, and Okoye's long kick out was just waiting for a Portugal player to break onto it. It was a loose pass from him, but he was able to find a teammate. And Nigeria can attack now down the left-hand side with Moses Simon. He's up into the penalty area. Simon, look, good low ball in, looking for Adams, but it's cleared away. Portugal lose it on the edge of their own penalty area. Deli Bashiru tries a couple of turns, but he loses the ball to Pedro Neto, and Bruno Fernandes takes over, gives it back to Neto down the left-hand side. Good reverse pass infield back to Fernandes, but he's being tightly marked, and Nigeria are able to win the ball back. It's with the goalkeeper Okoye, who plays it back out to Semi Ajayi, who's clipped it long, but it's won back on halfway by Portugal, and forward they come with João Neves in the D. Still on he goes, has a go! Oh, and that was ever so close there from João Neves. Just broke forward, got the shot in on his left foot, but Okoye there, much like he did a couple of minutes ago from the Bruno Fernandes volley, just jumping up high, just about gets a fingertip on it to tip it over the crossbar for another Portugal corner. But it's been the counter-attacks of both sides which have caused all the issues there, but it's not actually going to be a corner, because it definitely did look like Okoye got a touch on that one. The ball certainly changed direction as it went near him, but a goal kick was given, and Nigeria have taken it quickly. They've got it in the penalty area with Adams. They've equalised. Great finish from Akor Adams. It comes off a goal kick which perhaps maybe shouldn't have been given, but Nigeria, they play it long from the goalkeeper Okoye, hit long over all the Portuguese players, dropped to Akor Adams, who was able to break away from his defender, got up into the penalty area. Fierce, low finish from the Nigeria striker, who did oh so well there, and just to hold off Gonçalo Inácio, who was trying to defend him. The ball just bobbled through, found Deli Bashiru, who was able to take it away from Dallo. Just played a neat little first-time pass into Adams, who had all the composure just to take a touch. He was even under pressure from Ruben Diaz, took the touch and just fires it through the legs of the goalkeeper Diogo Costa, and Akor Adams bags the equaliser, and it's now Portugal 1, Nigeria 1, and the Nigerian manager Eric Schell, he looks absolutely delighted down there on the sideline that his side have got the equaliser. Chances they've come very few for Nigeria, but the Sevilla striker scored 10 goals in La Liga this season, and he's got himself what is just his 6th goal for Nigeria. He made his debut just last year in October, but that's now 6 goals in 15 games for his country, and that was a really well taken one, but even the build up to it was really good. But Portugal, from their kick-off, they've got the ball out to the right-hand side with Trincao, but he's given away possession. It's won back by Ruben Diaz, but as he tries a first-time pass, just lofted out up onto the right-hand side. He's put it straight out of play. Nigeria have taken the throw in quickly. Indeed, he gives it away though. That's brilliant from João Neves to bring the ball down and find Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo gives it back to him. Here's Pedro Neto left-hand side in the penalty area. Heavy touch. And again, Nigeria can break forward. And they've got pace on the counter-attack as the attempted pass through from Akpan gets a little bit of a touch on it, which almost saw it break through to the right-hand side, but Moses Simon just couldn't get there in time. Was a vital interception from Ruben Diaz to get the ball up and away, but ended up back at the feet of a Nigeria defender. Calvin Bassey has it, and that is well, I was going to say it's an absolutely superb cross-field pass from him from left to right, but Fisayo Deli Bashiru, he just jumped up trying to chest the ball down. The ball just ended up just going straight past him and goes out of play for a throw-in. And if you're Calvin Bassey there, you'd probably be very frustrated at the fact that your teammate couldn't bring that ball down, because that was really, the vision from him was absolutely superb, but nothing coming of it. Portugal have taken that throw-in. It's on the halfway line now with Vitinha. He's clipped it up over the Nigeria defence. He's got it on the right-hand side with Trincao. Ball up into the penalty area, cleared away by Ajayi. João Neves has it back now for Portugal. Plays it out to the right-hand side. Here is Trincao. He's got it back out to the right-hand side. Low ball in at the near post from Bruno Fernandes, but that is easily claimed by Nigeria's goalkeeper, Maduka Okoye. Gets it low into the turf, able just to claim the ball in both hands. Was waiting for a Portugal player to come over and put pressure on him so that he could go and pick the ball up. He has done now, and he's kicked the ball straight out of play for a Portugal throw-in just to the right of the halfway line. João Neves takes it, goes back to Ruben Diaz. Here he is again. It's now Vitinha by the edge of his own penalty area. The Portugal midfielder just signals to his other teammates, just get a little bit higher up the pitch here. He's maybe trying to just look for that long ball over the top, but no real movement in front of him, so he's just played it short for Diaz. Semedo forced to play the ball back. Again, Portugal just having to keep the ball in their own defensive third, and just no real options ahead of the defenders who are coming to receive the ball, as Pedro Neto gets barged down on halfway by Deli Bashiru. Referee gives a free kick. A few of the Nigerian players trying to plead the innocence of their teammate, as Neto very much did throw himself to the turf, but as soon as the contact comes, you know that that's going to happen, and you know the free kick is going to be given pretty much straight away, as Portugal have taken it. They've got it with Vitinha in field, looking to try and carve out a defence-splitting pass, and he's done exactly that by lofting it over the top. Semedo can't get there. Bruno Fernandes does. Lovely cross into Ronaldo, but he's missed the ball. Went in for a flying header there, the Portugal captain, but completely missed the ball, and as indeed he tries to clear it away, he kicks it into a Portugal player. It's gone behind for a Nigeria throw-in, level with their own penalty area, but inch perfect cross from Bruno Fernandes, and it was, you thought it was just waiting for Ronaldo to head home, but he jumps just ever so slightly too early, and the ball ends up just going over his head. And Ronaldo again just looks up to the heavens, because he should have scored already in this game. He's missed a good opportunity. The referee again is given a free kick in Portugal's favour here, as Trincao has been pulled back by Calvin Bassey, even just at the top of his boot, just ever so slightly stamped on there. But again, the referee, Mateo Busquets, going to keep his cards in his pocket, albeit he has already given one out, but Bruno Onyemaechi earlier on in this game. But he's kept his cards in his pocket for now. We've got 90 seconds left of regular time in this international friendly. Portugal 1, Nigeria 1. The opener from Pedro Neto for Portugal, cancelled out by Akor Adams. As we await this Portugal free kick, Bruno Fernandes is going to take it, and he's played it short, now gets it back. Bruno Fernandes He's giving it away. That's a really sloppy pass from him. Was looking for João Neves, but he got it completely wrong. Now here come Nigeria looking to break forward with Moses Simon, but Bruno Fernandes sprints all the way back, does the defensive work, and after giving it away, he wins it back. And Portugal happy to play out from the back again. Here is Bruno Fernandes, who just tries to sprint forward down the right-hand side, plays it infield to João Neves, back with Bruno Fernandes. Again, him and Neves exchange a couple of passes. Vitinha now to Fernandes. Portugal almost playing this game at a walking pace. You think just probably trying to get to the half-time interval with the scores level. Neat little bit of footwork from Vitinha, just twisting from left to right. Goes back to Bruno Fernandes, who now carries the ball over the halfway line. Laid off into the path of Gonçalo Inacio, who's looked to try and clear one over the Nigeria defence. Finds Fernandes, tries a give and go with Neto. Now it's with Ronaldo, played out to the right-hand side. Here's Trincao by the corner of the box. Good cross in, but the goalkeeper, Okoye, for Nigeria, comes off his line and claims it, as no Portugal player was really anywhere near it. So we're going to have 3 minutes of additional time in this first half, very much reflecting the drink break that we had right after Pedro Neto put Portugal a goal up, pretty much right on the halfway point of the first half, before Akor Adams got the equaliser for Nigeria. It's been a little bit of a stop-start game, this one. Just both sides happy to keep the ball in their own defensive third, just playing the passes amongst their defensive third, then eventually looking for those slight openings with over-the-top passes to try and break the defensive lines, but nothing has really worked for either team all too much. Here come Nigeria, looking to try and maybe get themselves ahead going into half-time. It's with Moses Simon, left-hand side. He's by the edge of the penalty area, cross into the box is cleared away, but it has been won back by Ndidi, the Nigeria captain. Gets 25 yards out, tries a right-footed shot, takes a deflection. It's going to go behind for a Nigeria corner, and with just over a minute and a half to go of the 3 minutes that were added on by the fourth official. So a good chance from this set piece maybe for the Super Eagles to get themselves ahead going into the break here in Leira. But I'm going to see what they can conjure up from the set piece, as they've sent the big men forward from the back, but there is only 3 Nigeria players inside the Portugal penalty area. So Deli Bashiru is going to take this corner for Nigeria, swings it in right-footed and just couldn't find the head of a man in a white and green shirt. It's gone back out to him, right-hand side, edge of the penalty area, now enters the box. Deli Bashiru twisting and turning, finds Calvin Bassey. It's gone back and it's across into the penalty area, headed down. Semedo clears it away, but the offside flag was up from the original cross, so it is going to be brought back for a Portugal free kick inside their own penalty area, as the cross that came back in from Moses Simon on the right hand side. But here come Portugal right up the other end, and it's in the penalty area with Neto. He keeps his footing, even though it looked like maybe he got a bit of a collision with Christian Akpan, but again the linesman's flag is up, so wouldn't have counted anyway if Neto would either broke forward and scored himself or cut it across, because Portugal, they took that free kick quickly up one end, got it forward up to Pedro Neto, but was in an offside position, so even if he went down and felt that he could have got a penalty, the flag would have been up anyway. So we've had the 3 minutes of added time in this international friendly, and Okoye stands over the Nigeria free kick, which you feel will be the last kick of the half. He smashes it up high in the air, and right on cue, the referee Mateo Busquets blows his half-time whistle with the scores level. But if both teams have taken their chances, this could have been a completely different scoreline going into the interval. Before Portugal even took the lead, before Pedro Neto's opening goal halfway through the first half, Cristiano Ronaldo had a fantastic opportunity after Portugal broke forward on the counter-attack, found Nelson Semedo on the right-hand side, inch perfect pass, curving round a defender, found Ronaldo one-on-one in the penalty area, but he put it wide of the post. Only a minute after that, Nigeria could have had the lead themselves before going a goal down. Akor Adams getting on the end of a long ball, just cut the ball onto his left foot inside the penalty area, ended up drilling it just wide of Diogo Costa's left-hand post. But after Pedro Neto gave Portugal the lead, Nigeria were able to get a goal through Akor Adams. Just a long ball forward from their goalkeeper, Maduka Okoye, off a goal kick. Adams did so well to hold off Gonçalo Inacio and then take the ball off Diogo Dalot, who had a bit of a loose touch trying to clear the ball away. Ended up being played back to him to the left-hand side of the penalty area, and just under pressure from Diaz, took a touch and ever so calmly slotted it through the legs of the goalkeeper. So half-time at the Estadio Dr. Magalhães Pessoa, it's Portugal 1, Nigeria 1.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.